Okay. Hi everyone. I hope everyone is fine. I will yesterday's session. You guys have practiced the command. Yes or no?
Yes,
Did you guys gone through the documentation like what we have, like till whatever we have covered, like what, file permissions, and have tried all of this command. So today we'll start with process management. So there are few command like there are few commands which you need, which will be helpful for you while you are doing process management. So let's start with, let me go into any VM. Okay, I'm inside the VM. So if you like, this is a Ubuntu system. So let's say if I want, if I want to see like how what all processes are running currently into my system. So there is a command which you can use. -a, sorry, top command. This will give you a holistic view, like all of this command which is running. So this system deeds, this is nothing but the first command, like first process, which start when your like it's a init process, which will start when your system boots. Apart from this, this init process or system command will always have the process ID as one. Apart from this, there are few commands which is running here. You can see few of the process which is running. Let's install nginx so that you can see. Uh, so what I am doing, I'm basically installing a nginx process. So you guys will see there is a process running. It's a web server. Let me install that. So there, uh, it install nginx. So now, let's say I do top. So here you can see I come below, or you can filter, you can also filter this thing. Control C. At stop is also you can use the GUI way. So if you come here, here you can see that there's a lot of process running. This Python, then cron process, then rsync, all of this process. Here you can view. Here you can see, and then X is also a process which is running. So this is how this two command which you can use to view how many like what all process is currently running. You can also grab this if this thing is running like h I think ps hyphen aux if you do and you want to check if there is and the next is running and the next process is running here you can see this and the next master is running and this is nothing but the process ID. So every process, so what Uh, let me. So whenever any process run, now this process, whenever let's say you have Python application, so you want to run this as a process. So you cannot run. I hope like you guys have run any application, like any backend application. So you can run any application, but if you run that application, uh, like you can launch the application, but it will be in your foreground. But you want that this application will always be running in my background. So how you do? There are several uh, command which you can use to run this process as a background process. So this process will be out of your terminal. So you cannot like this will be not bounded to any terminal session. So it will always be running into background. So similarly, this nginx is running in as a background process, and this is nothing but the process ID. So whenever you run any command, so I can run sleep, sleep, then let's say 30 seconds. And if you want to run this command or any script into background, so how you do? You just put ampersand here. So this will do nothing but it will run this command into background. And if I do enter, here you can see this is nothing but a job. You can also view this as jobs. So this is currently running into background. You can also do ps-aux grep sleep. So you can see this is as I run this as a background process, it will also get a process ID as 3117. So like this way, if let's say you have a Python script or shell scripting you are doing, you are automating something, you have a task to like do database backup or do archival, or you need to copy or automate something, and you want like this should be running in background. So this is how you do. Like you can put any script into background and you can use this terminal to do other tasks. That's how you do like run any process into background. So is this clear? This stop as stop. So this stop and stop you will get by default into few of the virtual machine in AWS when you are running any Linux system into AWS. So PS3 is also one of those command, but you will always be using this three command only. I also haven't used this PS3. Most of your tasks will get sorted with this command also. If you want, you can explore this, but I honestly I haven't explored this. But most of your requirement will get fulfilled with using this top stop. This stop is nothing but it has like it is built on the top of stop. It is like more of a GUI way. You can go stop. Here you can see how much CPU memory. Uh, I believe okay. It is a more of a like a GUI way of representing this. That's why you can see colorful command here, like current colorful process, and it is not that much GUI way. So these are the command. So I also teach you like how to run any process as a background using ampersand. But there are also like there are also commands like here's the example you can see. You can run any process as foreground. Let's say, let me give you example. So let's say if I run any command sleep 60, okay, ampersand. But this is my like it is running in background. If I want to bring this in foreground, so this is nothing but the ID. So you need to do foreground, then you need to pass this ID. If I do this, so now you can see this my shell got stuck and it is nothing but it got stuck and it is executing this thing. This command will do nothing but it will sleep and it will wait for 60 seconds so that your terminal like it will just wait for 60 seconds to do anything another task. So yeah, let's put another one. Let me put 15. So it will, if I do enter, so here you can see you got another one. So you can also view of what all jobs uh, that are running in background. So since this 60-second wall was over, that's why you got another. If I fired this, you got another like job ID as one. I can do this thing also. Job ID one, then let's do for 25 seconds. And here you can see you got job ID as three. You can also check jobs. This is basically representing this job is running, job ID 2 is running, and job ID 3 is also running. So that's how you view all of your background process that are running. The job is the command which you can use, and foreground is the command. Foreground. If I do jobs, here you can see all of these thing, like all of the job are now done. Let's spin few more jobs. 15, let's say 35. And if you do jobs, here you can see two jobs are running. If you put foreground, if I want to bring this job ID 2 into foreground, so here you can see this I have passed this job ID after the like foreground, this first argument I have passed this job ID, and now it is executing, this brings my background process into my foreground. So that's why this terminal got stuck and it will wait for 35 seconds. And now since 35 seconds got like exhausted, I got my terminal back. So this is how you run any foreground process or a background process, or how you track down your background process. These are few of the ways. Is this clear? You guys have any question you can ask? Yes, no.
No.
Yes.
You got the clarity, no? Okay, so these are nothing but the states of like jobs running, stop, done, or terminated, theoretical things. And here you can see whatever thing I have told, I have also like put here in detail. You can go through documentation after this thing. The same thing which I told, like how you bring any job to background. So that's how you do. So one more thing like services. So let's say you have any application like Java application or Python application. So how you run any Python application? You do, let's say you have this Python application. So like if you guys are familiar, so how you run this as a Python, then I believe main.py as a process, like you run this like this way, or if you are running this like if you are deploying this Python application like backend application, or you must be using UVCon as a process manager, like all of those things you will be using. So uh, the one thing is that you will be running when you are testing this thing, you will be running locally in a like foreground way, but you want that this application will always be running when you are logged off from your system. So there is a uh, there is a like way you can do how you create, like how you run this script into your background. So what you can create this as a like daemon process. Like daemon process is nothing but this application will always be running when you are logged off from your system. So like there are servers which are running somewhere in cloud, it will be running 24/7. So you want that your backend application will always be running when you are not logged in. So how you make this thing possible? You make this thing possible using like making this process as a daemon process. So there is a way how you do. So like let me like explain you how you like check this daemon process status and all. Then I will explain like how you make this as a daemon process. So, le- so there is a process like already a daemon process which is running. Like nginx is a process which is running in foreground. Foreground. So you can check the status of your nginx using systemctl command. Status nginx dot service Okay, my bad. Status CTL could not be found. Oh, sorry. So here you can see this systemctl, like it's a command which you can use to interact and see how many, like if there is any daemon process running into your system. So this systemctl is status then nginx. So it will provide you the status of your nginx. So you can also view your nginx server running. Like this is the public IP, since you can enter this. Like you can check in local also. Curl localhost. So here you can see you got the response. Like uh, curl localhost, basically I am invoking, and like I'm not getting the status because we'll cover this thing, the whatever changes I am doing. Let me do this changes. I will explain you when we'll be covering this uh, cloud training, when I will be giving you, I will explain like what all things I have done here. What I want to show you, like this nginx this nginx, how I got this, because there is an nginx process which is running in my background. This is what I have shown using this command. I can also stop this using systemctl stop command. Okay, this will ask me a password. Let's run this as a sudo user. So now if you check the status, so here you can see it's inactive. Now if I hit this, here you can see I'm not getting any response because that process got stopped. So you can also like start using the command start sudo systemctl start nginx. Now if you check status, here you can see it's active and running. If I enter this, so I basically hit the IP. So there is a server which is running in cloud. There's a server which is running in cloud. I'm I have installed an nginx process here. I installed nginx and it is running as a daemon process, and nginx always run in 80 port. You can change that thing. So what I am doing from my browser, I am basically hitting the public IP of this virtual machine. That's why I am getting a response as this nginx page. So this is how you interact with any daemon process. Now the question is how you create this daemon process. So remember I have someone is asking something. Someone is saying something. Okay. So sudo etc systemd system. So if you come here, present working directory, if you check this is the place. I believe nginx will be there. System. Okay, this is present here. So here is the, like here, from here you can uh, check like where is the daemon script or services there. So how you create any daemon process. Let me go here. System, then nginx status. System, then cat nginx vim nginx. So can you see this thing, like is this thing visible to you? So this is nothing but if you, let's say if you want to create any daemon process into your Linux system, so there are few directories where you can put your service file, and when your Linux system boots, it will check the directory. So if you go here, present working directory, so this is one of those directory. When your system, Linux system boots, it will check, and here you can see there are few service files are there, and it will basically check all of those service file and spin all of the process that you have mentioned inside this service file. So if you go inside this nginx, so here you can see this configuration basically tells how, like, what you have to do. So here you can see process ID. So um, yesterday only I have told you, like, when in Linux everything and everything is like a directory. So if you go inside this run, there is a process ID. Like whenever any process is pinned, it will always create a process ID. So where to basically create a process ID. So this is what basically provide, like, mentioned in this service file, and what all process, like which binary to run, and the binary configuration files or flags you have passed, and what to start, and like daemon process, like it's like all of the application related stuff after this argument. So everything, like what to start, like then reload, what to reload, and like kill, like all of those things, like install. So basically this is how you create any uh, process as a daemon process. So these are few of the configuration. Like, currently, I don't want to go much more like deeper inside this, but that's how you create any process. It's not like just like nginx, but you can basically, if you have any web server or backend application, you can serve it as a daemon process. You can run this as into your background. So like nginx here, you can see that is running systemctl status nginx. So like this way, you can run any application into your, like, as a background or daemon process you can run. So this is how you interact or create, like systemctl is the command which you can use, and these are few of the things which like you can, like, let's say you have reconfigured your nginx, so you need to restart your nginx process so that all of the configuration which you have done will get reflected to your new nginx process. So that's how you do. So systemctl is the command which you can use to interact with your daemon process, or you can configure or start or restart or stop. Then there is enable. So basically, enable means whenever, let's say you have a Linux system, and when you make any daemon process enable, means when your this Linux system reboots or restart, it will always start that daemon process into background. So this is the meaning of what this enable means. So by default it is not enable, and whenever you create any daemon process, it is not enable. You are currently, you can check the status. Here you can see this is enable. That's why whenever this Linux system will boot, it will always run this nginx process into background. uh is this clear, everyone? Yes, no?
Yes, clear.
I have one. I have one question, Deepak.
Yeah, yeah.
So actually, when I run I have one created app.py Python application.
Okay.
When I run that, no, it will show it is running on 127.0.1 something. It will show, but I can't run any other commands when that application is like. running on the browser. So what you're telling is, if we do in daemon process, we can run other commands as well because the app is already running in background.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yep.
So what line we need to see in that, like as you showed Vim nginx, you showed on Vim file, right? In that we have to
Mm.
change something to run that in background.
So you are telling like currently your application is not like running in background.
No, it is running. When the application is running on the web page, on the browser,
Okay.
I can't type anything else in my terminal. I need to end that thing by control D. I need to end. Then I can see the terminal thing. Whenever
Uh,
I run the Python application, no, it will show
mm,
me the app is running on this local host, and I can't
mm.
type anything there. Other commands. If I want to type, I need to do control D or control X to see my terminal again.
So you want to like probably you are running that application as like there are two ways. You serve like you use various framework like there is Django or UVCon is there through which how you do you serve your application to like as a web server or whatever you say. Then there is another way you write a Python script. That script is nothing but interactive script. If there is some automation like automation is written in that script, probably you need to trigger that script uh, probably once in a day or two, three times in a day. So you can use your cron job to run that script and pass all the argument, whatever like the way you have written, like whatever argument you are accepting inside that application. Which kind of application is that? Is that a Python like and how you are serving that application? Like
No, I
Python
just got
3.
this info from ChatGPT. I got it, so I followed the ChatGPT thing. My application is running the calculator app. I just mentioned, give me calculator app example. So when my app is running on web, no, on the browser, I can't type anything in the terminal. It only shows app is running on localhost 127 or, or any IP address. To If I want to run any other commands, no, I need to do control X. Then my terminal will come up. Then I can type. At the time of that control X, that app will close again. I can't see anything in the browser. You're not getting it right. You're on mute, I guess.
Oh, sorry, I was speaking on mute. So, what I was telling is that so there are two ways how you interact with your application. So, let's say the
Hmm.
first way is that you wrote application and you are serving and you expose to any another like like you attached your application to some port of your any virtual machine. So currently
Yes.
this nginx is nothing but exposed to localhost 80. So now if I like do this IP pass by default port is 80, so now it is
Correct.
getting served from here. So
Correct.
currently this is not a front end and there's not a way how you interact, but there are applications like React.js through which you can interact.
Hmm.
Then there is another way is that you wrote application and you will wrote in a like interactive way, like a script, Python main.py. Then you run that script and you interact from command line. So these are
Yes.
two of the ways. So probably the script is written in command line way, and you're trying to serve through like that. You are trying to
Yes.
serve as a web server or web application. So
Yes.
there is a way, there are frameworks like which you can use where backends are written. So Django is a
Okay.
framework, then Ubicon is a framework where developer write and whenever they basically deploy any application, that Django application or Python application, they attach to any port. So uh, there is a port getting attached. So uh,
Yes, I have
basically,
attached 5000 port to it.
yeah. So how you should basically interact is that you need to curl or go to your browser and do localhost
Mhm.
5000. So probably you will be getting something. So
Correct.
it's an application kind of stuff which you have to deal with. But this is how you do. So there is a two-way, like interactive way through terminal you do, or there are serving through a browser or exposing through a port. So there are two ways how you do.
Okay, Deepak. Thank you so much.
Okay. So these are few of the way, guys. You can also go through this process management. Everything is like in the Linux is quite much more deep. You get much more expertise on each topic when you do hands-on on that. So that's how. So this these are few of the concept uh, which is important. You can use this and you can refer through this documentation. Apart from this, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. So probably we can cover one more topic. We have few more minutes left. Process management, then package management. Uh, so package management is nothing but uh, probably all of you guys have used Windows application like uh, Windows operating system. So whenever you like there is a VLC media player or there are Chrome browser which you have to use, but first, before using it, you want to install that application. So similarly, in Linux, there are few package management utilities are there which helps you into the Linux environment to install any packages. Like if you want to install Chrome or any application like curl utility or any utility like nginx similarly like uh, few minutes ago only, I have shown you how I installed this nginx process. So there is a utility I used, apt. apt is nothing but a package manager. This helps me to install this nginx process, and there are another utilities are there, like let's say netstat. So this is networking related utility is there. So since this utility is not installed, it is suggesting me you can install this utility using this apt package manager. So I can install this. So using this, so this apt is nothing but it is going into the repository of Ubuntu, like apt, and searching and installing all of the dependencies. Like it is bringing all of the like binaries to my local system and installing. Now I can basically type this netstat. So now this netstat is available to use into my system. So there are several operating system are there like Debian, Ubuntu base. So apt will help you to install or interact. So these are the command which options you get when you are using apt. So I have listed everything like if you are using apt, how you update your packages, how you upgrade your packages. So let's say you have Linux system and you want to upgrade everything like whatever utility you have, whatever process you have, and you want to go to the most updated version of that. So this will help you apt upgrade. So if you do sudo apt upgrade, so this will basically scan your everything, every directory and every utility, and it will just uh, basically update everything and bring everything to the latest version. So similarly, you here you can see it is basically upgrading my Python version. I believe above here you can see upgrading my Python version and everything. Like it will scan the whole operating system, whatever binaries or whatever utilities I have installed, it will go and basically upgrade to their latest version one by one. So similarly, sudo apt install, I have seen like how I install nginx, then apt remove if you want to remove any package. So they you can remove packages using this and using this. But this purge will basically, whenever there is application installed into your system, Linux system, suppose you are installing MySQL or Postgres, sudo apt install MySQL, sudo apt install Postgres. So when such kind of application getting installed into your system, there is a configuration file always getting installed. So you have a requirement, you want to completely wipe off your system, that nginx process or that MySQL, but also the configuration file will also get deleted. So uh, uh, when you have such scenario, you will install like you will use this option purge. So it will you remove your package and plus configuration file. So this apt auto remove basically unused dependency, it will scan everything and it will remove unused dependency. So similarly, all of these option you have, honestly, I haven't used this search and show, but for searching any package and then displaying packages, all of those things you can use. So if it is the one when you are using Dev Ubuntu kind of system, this is Ubuntu system, that's why I used apt. So similarly, you have another system like another operating system like RHEL based CentOS, Fedora. So in that scenario, when you have operating system like this, so Yum package manager will help you to install any package. So similarly, apt, this Yum have a lot of options like install, remove, update, search, and everything like uh, quite similar, but it's not. It's just a package manager which will help you to install and install or remove any dependencies from your system. Similarly, this DNF is nothing. This DNF is like Fedora operating system. You can use then Red Hat package manager. So similarly, different operating systems, you have different package manager is available. And I have listed comparison table for which operating system you will be having which package manager. So this thing, so is this thing clear? It's pretty much basic. It's just a utility which will help you to install and install. Any doubt? Or we can move ahead.
No
Yes,
doubts.
no. Okay. So this disk management is like quite a big topic. Let me cover this network command first. It's comparatively it's a smaller topic. So you guys know, like, are you guys familiar how your computer interact with your internet? So at a high level, whenever you have any operator like Linux system or any, yeah, let's say you have a laptop, when you connect with, let's say you have a router, when you connect this with either RJ45, that cable, or through Wi-Fi, you will always get a virtual Ethernet. So this this will nothing but whenever your machine, whenever any Linux machine or any operating system wants to interact with the internet, just it will go through this Ethernet to interact with the internet. So how you find this? How many like this uh, network interface you have? So this if config is the utility which will help you. So here you can see this uh, ENX0 and hello. Hello is nothing but a loopback address. This is nothing but it is pointing to the local host. That's why the IP you got here, it's nothing but a local host. So basically it is pointing to itself. But here you can see there is a Ethernet which got attached and you got a IP. So whenever your system got connected to your router, you will always get a IP. any system like your phone or any Linux system or any tablet, whenever it got connected to your internet through Wi-Fi or through Ethernet, it will always get a private IP from your router. So whenever my machine wants to interact with the internet, so this is the IP through which the traffic goes out from my machine to the router and then router forwards to the internet. So that's how you do or figure out how much Ethernet, like how much mm, this Ethernet ports you got connected to this virtual machine. So the if config is the command which will help you to do IP. We did not use a lot, but I have I have shown you how to show everything. Like if you want to show the IP, let's say, let me show the, let's say if you want to show IP address, although you can see from here, let's go and put here, show this. I believe it will got the IP. Okay, it will show this thing only. So if config is the holistic command which you can use. But the most interesting command which you will be using much more frequently is that netstat. Let's say you want to check if your any port is occupied or not. Let's say you want to check if any services is occupying my port 80. So this netstat hyphen. So there is a meaning of each flag. I will cover this thing. So let's grab 80 port. So here you can see there is some process which is running and this my 80 port is open. That's why it is able to serve my nginx. So whenever your any application run in Linux system, it will always occupy a port through which your browser interact with your machine and you can just go to localhost and then that port. So you will get some response from your application. So since this nginx is running, that's why it is showing this 80 port. So let me show you what is the meaning of hyphen help. So here you can see P, the flag which I passed. Here you can see this will show you display the PID of the program. So here you can see uh, this is nothing but the process ID of the program. Like this, when this nginx process is pinned, it is bound to some process ID. So this is the ID you got. Similarly, T, I think the T means the TCP connection. You can come here below and check this T TCP connection. That's why it is showing this TCP connection. Then A. So similarly, I generally remember this as a planet. So holistically, you get all of those things. So here you can see if you do this. So here you can see your port 80 is open, your 22 port is open, and your 22 port is got connected. Your connection got established here. So all of this port is running. So if you, let's say you have Python backend application, it is running on port 8080. If you run that application, you will be, then if you come fire this command, netstat planet, so you will be seeing some port 8080 and the interface, like the local host or whatever interface you will be using to expose your application. So that's how you check like if any port is open or not, correct or not. Is this clear? Like this port 22 is open. I will cover like what is SSH and everything. So nginx process is running in port 80. That's why it is showing port 80 occupied and it is listening. Let's check it. Clear or not? You guys have any doubt? Yeah, I mentioned TCP connection, then -l means listening port, and means numeric. If so,
But
you
there is a
can
lot more
see.
flags, right? Deepak?
Yeah, there are a lot of flags according to your requirement you can use.
Yeah, by the help of help, we can come to know.
Yeah. With the help of help, you can come to know like, yeah, I mentioned like the general use. Mostly you'll be using this thing. So let's say you want to check your connectivity through like if you are able to connect to the Google or not. So ping is one another command you can use. Let's say ping google.com. Here you can see you are getting response from the Google server. You're getting response from Google server. So that's how you check. So if you, let's say you have a Linux system and if you want to check the connectivity to the internet, that's how you check. Ping google.com, ping yahoo.com, ping something. Uh, so you will, if you get response, means you are connected to the internet or you are not connected to the internet. So that's how you debug networking. So ping is the command. And there are a lot of flag in ping. So this is nothing but you are sending 4 packet. After 4 packet, it will stop. So you can see. So this 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you can see you receive 4 packet. You have transmitted 4 packet. There is no packet loss and everything. So that's how you do or debugging if you have a requirement of debugging network level, network connectivity. There are a lot like trace route is there. Uh, I'm not a trace route. Basically, it will gives you so by default it is not installed, but you can install. So trace route is nothing but so let's say so this is your machine. This is your router. So there will be another router, your ISP provider router, like this small router. Let's say this is the Airtel or something Geo. So probably this is connected ultimately to your ISP router or ISP server. And there will be Google server somewhere around. So the trace route will show you how, let's say you do google.com, youtube.com. So how your traffic is going from one hop to another, how it is going from here to here, here to here, then it is going where. So that's how you do. Although you will be using very much less, but that's how you debug if you want to check how my traffic is going from where to where. Honestly, I haven't used it much, but that's how you do or trace your network. So trace route is the command. Uh, yeah, there are a lot of other command, but majorly you will be using this netstat ping, if config, some very less if config you will be using like, but to check the this ether like network interface, how much network interface you have, probably very less, but netstat is one you will be using a lot. Ping is the one you will be using a lot. So is this clear? Uh, so these are the few of the networking command you will be using. Yeah, we can take 2 minutes if you guys have any doubt. Then we can start this disk management. It's a quite lengthy topic. We'll cover everything tomorrow. It's a quite interesting topic. How you mount, unmount any volume and a disk drive, how you partition everything. We'll cover tomorrow this thing. Apart from that, this package management and process management, daemon process, foreground, background process, networking command. I believe these three things, if you have any doubt, we can cover or we are good.
Yeah, good Deepak, I think.
Any doubt? Anyone? Okay, I believe no one has any doubt. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for joining. You can drop now if no one has any doubt.
Thanks, Deepak.
Yeah, yeah, thanks everyone.